Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the playbook for protecting your big idea in the super hot world of smart wearables. So, if you're the brains behind the next big thing that mixes fashion with tech, yeah, you're going to want to stick around for this. This really gets to the heart of it. Anyone innovating in wearable tech believes this. You're not just snapping together a gadget, you're building a piece of the future, changing how we live and interact with the world around us. But here's the multi-million-dollar question, right? How do you actually protect that future you're building? Because let's be real, in a field where copycats are everywhere and tech moves at the speed of light, having a brilliant idea, that's just the starting line. Protecting it, that is everything. All right, so first up, let's really get a feel for the battlefield here. We're going to talk about why getting a patent is a critical strategic move for your business, and why it's not just some boring legal checkbox you can put off until later. This blend of style and smarts is what makes the whole wearable scene so exciting. But it also means it is packed with competition. So think of it this way. A patent isn't just a stuffy legal document. It's basically your badge of honor. It's you planting a flag and telling the world, hey, this piece of innovation, it's mine. So what does it actually take to get a patent? Before you even think about filing, you have to know the rules of the game. Let's break down the 3 big hurdles you've got to clear. Okay, rule number 1, novelty. And this one, it's an absolute deal breaker. Your invention has to be brand spanking new. You can't patent something that's already out there, which is why digging deep and searching for what's called prior art, basically anything that's already been published or patented, is your absolute first move. All right, second, your idea has to be non-obvious. This means you can't just say, change the color of a fitness band and call it an invention. It needs to be a clever fix, something that someone else who's an expert in this area wouldn't just go, oh, well, duh. It has to be a real inventive leap forward. And rounding out our big 3 is utility. Basically, your invention has to do something useful. It has to have a real practical purpose. Whether that's a new kind of sensor that tracks a health metric no one else can, or a unique design that makes it way more comfortable to wear. Okay, so now we know the rules of the game, let's get right into the playbook itself. These are the core plays you need to run to protect your innovation and lock down that patent. Think of this as your game plan. It all starts with that super important prior art search we talked about. Once you know you're in the clear, you draft the application. Now pay close attention to the claims. This is the section where you legally draw the lines around your invention. Then you file. It's a detailed process for sure, but it's what transforms your concept into a rock-solid, protected asset. There's a huge difference between a rookie mistake and a pro move here. The biggest fumble? Talking about your idea publicly before you file. That can destroy your chances. Another is writing vague claims. Saying you've invented a wearable that tracks health? That's way too broad. It's basically useless. A pro move is to get super specific, like a wrist-worn device using a specific sensor to calculate heart rate variability in real time. Pros define their territory with absolute precision. All right, so securing a patent in your home country, that's a huge win, but the game definitely doesn't stop there. The wearables market is global, so your strategy has to be too. Thinking internationally is a serious power move, but you gotta be strategic about it. Look, going global is all about balancing costs with your potential market. You can't be everywhere, so you have to pick your key markets first. And you'll want to use tools like the Patent Cooperation Treaty, or PCT, to help streamline the process because, and this is important, every country has its own rulebook. So you did it, you got the patent. Awesome. But that's not the end of the game. That's the touchdown. Now let's talk about how you turn that score into some serious business value. See, a patent isn't just a shield to defend yourself. It's a really powerful offensive tool. It makes investors sit up and take notice. It opens the door to partnerships. It can even create whole new revenue streams through licensing. And of course, it dramatically increases your company's value. It's a massive asset. And you've got to remember, protecting your ideas isn't a one-and-done thing. It's an ongoing cycle. So, for our last section, let's look to the horizon and see what trends are shaping the future of wearables and what that means for your strategy. Okay, looking ahead, two things are going to be absolute game changers: 5G and AI. We're talking about instant data processing and devices that are actually intelligent and adaptive. This is going to open up a whole new universe of patentable ideas. But with all that power comes a huge challenge: data privacy and security. As these devices learn more and more about us, protecting that data is everything. And figuring out new ways to do that isn't just a nice to have, it's a massive competitive advantage you can actually patent. Really, the end game for all of this, the holy grail for wearables, is total personalization. Creating tech that feels like it was made just for you. The patents of tomorrow will be all about protecting the complex AI that learns your habits, adapts to your life, and even anticipates what you need. So, the next massive breakthrough in wearables, it's out there. The only question is, will it be yours? As this whole world keeps evolving, the opportunities are just about limitless for those who not only innovate, but also have the smarts to protect their vision. Thanks for tuning in to The Explainer.